Hey, Julie, I came on for you. When you said that you was leaving in 10 minutes, she said, I can only stay for 10 minutes. I got to pick up my granddaughter from school. When you said 10 minutes, so in the UK, it's 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. It's 3 o'clock in the UK already, Julie. Oh, my goodness. Hey, D. Hey, hey, hey. We're going to have a good show today, y'all. We gonna have what they say. Hey girls, hey, 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 hey. Let's see. Julie is here. Thank you so much. My sister just popped right on. Pop right on. Yeah, we're gonna talk about my granddaughter yesterday. She wore me out. She wore me out. And Julie, what you pick up your granddaughter every day? And how old is she, Julie? My granddaughter be 10 the end of May. The end of May. But with my granddaughter, with anybody, I don't really do it like on holidays or birthdays. I give to you when my heart says it. So she's used to that. I'm surprised she didn't say that. You ain't give me nothing on my birthday. Oh, she's 5. Oh, enjoy. Is that your only grandchild, Julie? 5 years. Ooh, I can't. I used to love to buy like the clothes for her, but now she's a big girl. But we had a good time yesterday. We ended up going to the movies. Thanks everybody that's in the house. I know I opened up a little bit early because when I seen Julie, hey Tiff, hey girl, hey. My granddaughter's mom name is Tiffany, so makes it easy. And I should have called Tiffany, and I know she's asleep because yeah, just one going on 10. Let's see. And Tiffany, Deborah's here. Hey, girl. Hey. And let's see. Seems like I seen Jared. Hey, Jared talks. I'm gonna have to. I have been so busy, Jared, but I see you when you go on. And I need. Hey, Jamia. I enjoyed you and my baby girl video. I'm so far behind, but I said let me catch this one this morning. And my machine should be dropping your link too. I didn't forget today. I forgot how many minutes, but it's gonna. So don't worry about that. But it's gonna be a great day. I hope I got everything open. Yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit about everything today. A little about me growing up a little bit. Of course, the main thing gonna be about that child support money. That's gonna be a good one, y'all. My ex-husband took me through everything. I know he wish I know his children or somebody seeing this. You hear me? I hope so. I need to be vindicated. I need to somebody asked me, have I forgiven my ex-husband? I'm like, for what? We were babies. We were babies. So yeah, what did everybody do this weekend? I had a great time this weekend. I really did. I was wore out yesterday, y'all. My granddaughter, she tore my room up. My dressing room, but she called it my wig room. Tell my grandma that's your wig room. Hey, Destination, how you doing? Julie, I have to be funny, honey. I have to be funny. I'm telling you. And being on live, people think it's easy, but it's not because you keep the energy up. Then you want to, like, I want to get better with my chat and not miss anybody. I'll even go back now and look at my chat to see if I missed anybody. But when I had my granddaughter on yesterday, I got over 100 views. And my sister talking about she agreed with the wig room. because it is. One day I'm gonna have to tape it. And she found every wig I had in that room. The only one she didn't was this one. She don't like braids, so she don't like her hair braided. So she don't like braids. And she has tons of hair, believe me. She has tons of hair. Yes, and that thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Did you notice my granddaughter? I think I'm gonna clip a piece of that out and add it to a video where she said thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Ah, ah, ah. Ah, yeah. And what was so amazing, because me and my sister talked about it, was I hadn't seen my granddaughter for a while. And she was supposed to just stop by when they came in town because she was gonna go out to the beach. And she came and gave me a hug, and I started crying. She started crying. She said, I'm not going no beach. I'm staying at my grandma's house. So that was history. That was history. And that said, yeah, I'm gonna clip it because it is so cute. I could always use that as an intro too. It is so cute. Hey Pete, hey Pete, hey. This is gonna be a great show. I'm telling you, great show. I could just feel it. You could tell when it's gonna be a great show. Welcome everybody. Welcome. I got people from the UK, Australia, America. But yeah, I'm gonna talk about a little bit of everything today. I need to get my phone on here too. I forgot. Try just in case I get a troll or something. I try to keep it on here. And let's see your channel and here. Nope, I got the wrong thing. Here. Oh, wrong one. And let's see your channel. Thanks everybody. I'm just trying to get this one. I can't find it. Oh goodness gracious. It's usually right at the top. Let's see. Let me go over this way. Home. Oh yeah. I'm right at it and it don't even. Oh, I'm so dumb. Hey CV. See how you talk bad to yourself? I'm dumb. Hey CV baseball card. Welcome. I'm really going to try to pay more attention to my chat. Because I want to welcome everybody in, but this is going to be a great day. I'm going to talk a little bit about me growing up, just a tad, but I'm going to say that for Wednesday. And I'm going to show you a picture of me when I was a little girl. And then what else? And then I'm going to talk about the child support from my past. So I'm going to do a reaction video on there. And what else I want to talk about? I want to talk about anger too a little bit, is what happens. But I'm trying to back up and not see. Oh, I want to say Lynn Life Lesson. She's a YouTube creator and she's been in the hospital. So her name's Karen, but it's Lynn Life Lessons. And she.
1 sec.
Oh, goodness. Now they ain't talking. I ain't even talking to you. Lord Jesus.
Working on that.
And this doggone serious. But she been in the hospital.
Something went wrong. Please try again.
What is wrong with this thing? Okay. But she been in the hospital, but it's Lynn's Life Lessons, and she on Instagram a lot. So just stop on by there for me, Lynn's Life Lessons, and tell her, that we're all praying for and that she gets better, because she's been in there for a little bit. But, she's still looking good, thank goodness. And let's see, making sure nobody else came in or said anything. My sister say we need 2 more thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. And CV saying the same thing. Oh, goose, Betty. What does that mean? Oh, gosh. What does that mean? Oh, really? UK Medic. I know him. Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna make sure we send prayers out to him too. Let me tell you a little bit about UK Medic. He probably don't remember it. He got on the issue about white and black, and it was so funny because I went up on the show. This was like some some shows later, and he got up on the panel again. Then I went up on the panel, and I told him I really wanted to talk to him about that, and he thought I was going to go into the negative, and I went into the positive, and he was just amazed because I know he was waiting for, oh, what's she going to say. And other people thought I felt a different way, but then it wasn't. I think he explained it well. I can't remember what it was about, so don't. But it was the race issue. I remember that. Oh, ghost because of Siri. Oh, okay. Hey, Craft by D Rose, another crochet person. Look, Craft by D Rose. Look who I got. Say I'm butter roll boutique made me. I love her. Craft by Rose is amazing. Craft by Rose, you can type hashtag Betty, and it'll bring up, your link. But she does crocheting. She does a lot of lives. Um, yeah. Thank you, Julie. Thank you so much. Yeah, that was supposed to be for my granddaughter, and I didn't give it to her. And my granddaughter watch everything. She told me I'm your biggest fan. She said I watch everything, Grandma. I watch everything, and that ain't all she watching. I can tell y'all that. Because did you see what she said? That parents, my granddaughter said that parents can put up all the safe blocks, but she said there's always a way around it, Grandma. And then she laughs. I'm telling you, these kids, that it's in their DNA. So parents can't keep up with their kids. Yes, you can put it all the blocks up, but if you would have listened to her yesterday, she'll tell you exactly how they go around it. And she didn't even make it that long. So yeah. And then I'm trying to look at my notes because I got so much, but I'm gonna talk about that child support thing. I want to say that for a little. Um, oh, there's another thing. I know I have Tiffany here, Canadian Family Life. And you know what? I know y'all gonna say I'm crazy. I always tell my best friend this. The house that you live in, it has a life of its own. It really does. I say when your house is cluttered and a mess, nothing can get done, even in your life. But do you notice once you clean your environment up and everything is in place, how much things go better in your life? It's like your house is all stuffed up, it can't breathe. And then it inhales when you clean it up and exhale. It's amazing. And I said that to say this because I really started back cleaning up the house, and it feels so much better and things work so much better. My sister said that, girl, there are apps that make made to help them do stuff and get out of those blocks. I'm telling you, but and then I don't even think they need to read anything. They other friends tell them. Yeah, they sneaking now. They sneaking. They sneaking. I can say that. They are sneaky. Sneaky, sneaky. Okay, and then how many minutes have I been on? I've been on about 14 minutes. Let me share this with you. This picture of um hold on. She coming. I hope I left the um oh, it's in Windows. Of course I didn't leave it. God darn it. Okay, let me do this right fast. Let me go here. Okay, and then let me come back. I don't know why I Hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. And it should be here. Hold on, don't leave me. Hold on. Why doesn't it show? Hold on, don't leave me. Why don't it come up? Oh. My phone way behind. But this is when I was very young. I had to be about 12, you think? I look about 12, 13 because the picture isn't dated. And you can see all our roads at that time was not paved at all. And our feet used to get white. But anyway, Wednesday, I'm going to talk about, that little girl. I'm like, what was she thinking at that time? You know? And get this, I even thought I was fat. This is where everything goes awry because my sister was really thin and I always thought I was fat. And look at me. You don't see no fat on me. Okay. I probably at that age was 125, you think? About 125. But I thought I was fat. But just what was that little girl thinking at that time? Was it joy? Was it pain? Mm. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that Wednesday on my Wednesday show because, when I really thought back, I'm like, was she a happy little girl? Was she a sad little girl? But, little girl, I can tell you about what we have become today. Never something we would ever have dreamed of. Let's see. Oh, kids can be sneaky nowadays, too much out there to get into. Girl, we always been sneaky. I know I was sneaky. Well, I have been all those before. That's what I'm gonna say. Sneaky. Thank you, D. I made that dress. I used to sew. So many things I forgot about in my life. I used to sew. I know how to cut patterns out. Work the sewing machine. I forgot about that part. I even in high school. Let me quit talking about all the stuff. I'm gonna steal all the good stuff for Wednesday. Okay. Yeah, I was definitely a teenager. Look at the old camper in there, because he had it up on bricks. We went in that camper. Y'all can only see a small piece of it. We traveled in that camper a lot. There's a lot of funny stories about that camper. Let's see. She said, well, you should know what you are thinking. Well, no, as a little girl, you just, I had to think back to that moment of about that age where I was. I know I was a very little insecure girl. I'm gonna talk about it more. I know I was very insecure at that age. I didn't think I was cute. I was, yeah, it wasn't a very little happy girl. Okay, DM Vlogs. Hey, welcome. And that said, no, you wasn't never sneaky. She was that old good child. Yeah, mama, you know what? Mamas, them, they have to have that. And also, my older sister used to tell on me all the time. But now I realize you got to have somebody to tell. Okay. You really do. You really do. But yeah, we're going to talk about that little girl on Wednesday. And just, you'll learn more about me than the divorce part that you're going to learn about me. But thank you, everybody, for coming in the house. And another person I want to share is, let me remove her. And I want to share this person. Let's see. I want to share. That means I'm going to have to get rid of this one. And then I get the next one. Hey, everybody. Welcome in. Oh, Keisha, you came in just, girl. Ain't he good? Girl, I was just going to pull you. Girl, nah. God, you're so good. You so good. You are right on time. Keisha is woo, she go back to work tomorrow, I believe. And she came in just in time. I'm gonna say God is good. Won't he do it, girl? Won't he do it? Let me tell you about Keisha. This is her beautiful daughter. Look at her, and you can see how they look alike. She's just a younger version of Keisha. She's so cute. This is when I lose the chat, when I be going into stuff like this. Oh God, I'm trying to see. Oh yeah, I pull you just because I said Keisha going back to work tomorrow. I got to say something about my Keisha. Okay. And I'm telling you, we love you. We're gonna miss you. I tell you, popping into everybody's chat. Um, you just have become someone that we all love. I mean, whew, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say about her. But some people come in your life for a season, a reason. And most people that come into my lives, and like my friend Deborah and Renee, they have softness that I didn't have. I think I'm getting more of it. But Keisha definitely have it. And you are in my life for a reason. I don't know if it's for a season, but girl, I thought about you. I'm like, oh my Keisha going back to work. Oh, oh. And you know what, Keisha? This probably gonna be my first copyright I ever got. But if Warm Strong is right, I won't have it. Okay. And my sister gonna shut me down, Keisha. You know what? You deserve more. I'm telling you, everybody that know you before you go back to work. Thank you, DM Vlogs. Thank you so much. But I'm probably gonna get a copyright on this, but I will be all right. I will be all right. Okay, Keisha, I'm gonna do it the best I can, girl, because I can't sing. My sister said I can't sing. But I'm doing this for you. Okay, I'm going, girl. I can't sing, y'all. Now, if you got to turn me off, turn me off. Woo! Okay. And I sing this all the time. Let's see. Okay. All my life I have been faithful. All my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, I will, and listen, I can't even remember the words. I will, well, I can't remember. Oh, I will sing all the goodness of God. That's for you, Keisha. That's for you. I can't sing. Yep, all my life you have been faithful. All my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, I will sing all the goodness of God. I'm so happy I met you. I'm so honored. I am so honored. Yeah, I can't sing, y'all, but I had to do that for Keisha. I'm probably gonna get a copyright. I hope not. Yes, tomorrow's a work day. She been there 25 plus years. Some people left me. They ain't like my singing. I was feeling burned out and needed a break. So I'm feeling so blessed for this, you and the YouTube community. Girl, you have blessed us. You have blessed us, Keisha. Destination Fun, she's another great supporter. I'm gonna hold on to her for a while, though. I can kind of release some people, but I'm holding on to Destination Fun. She got to learn how to let that money go. Let that money go and flow. Let it go and flow. Okay, everybody's saying good morning and good morning and all that good stuff. And I guess I'll go ahead and start sharing my video. I gotta take Keisha out. Oh, they so pretty. I don't want to take them out. I don't want to take them out. I don't want. Oh, they're gone. They're gone. But Keisha, I just wanted you to know that we do really appreciate you. We appreciate because she didn't have a channel at first, but now she does. So I mean, we just love non-creators. We love creators, but we love creators. Oh, thank you, Deborah. I don't think they'll take me in the gospel choir. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. And I tell you what, I bet not get no copyrights, but that's at least one because I can always erase it. But Warstrong said that I couldn't sing that good enough for them to even understand it. So he better be right, is what it is. But I'm trying to see if I want to share anything else before I do the video. Oh, one more thing I wanted to talk about, and I should have gotten up my Tiffany, which is my granddaughter's mom. And it's about anger because she gets angry how I used to get angry when I'm young, when I was young. And and you lose so much when you're like really angry and you're in the moment. And already the other person's won because they've got you where they wanted to get you at. But in turn, you are losing so many blessings. And I try not to, and that's not being religious, I guess. I try not to make it too religious or too preachy, but you lose. I know I have lost so many blessings because of my anger. I was quick to anger for a long time. Now I might write at the beginning, but then I sit back and I think it out, is what I do. And I should do it at my age, you know. But yeah, I just wanted to share that, like, that anger gets you nowhere but angry. Okay. And you lose a lot. And to me, last night, I think she lost a little bit. I don't think she realized it, but I'm going to talk to her today. I'm going to give her enough time to sleep, just a little motherly talk. Because I think we all need that. I need my mama. I wish my mama was still here. And if anybody got a mama, please, because mama's not here every day. They ain't here. You see them up. That's what I was telling my baby son. Things change. I might be up today. Don't mean I'm going to be up another day. I pray that I make it to 96. I ain't going to even say 100. I'll take 96 because that's when I notice most people fail. Their health start failing around 90 something. But yeah, I won't sing no more because I lost some people. My sister must have wasn't in here. Okay, what I'm gonna do is it's just so much. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try my best to keep up with the chat. Where is my phone? Right here. Because it's so hard for me. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and start this video about child support. This is 1978, 1979. But my first part, I only been married for 3 years. My first marriage, 3 years. I had my son was 18 months when we divorced. But let me tell you, that 3 years took a chunk out of my life, almost 20 years. Okay. So even though it was a 3-year marriage, we were still bound, okay, to each other because of a child. Okay. But I want to talk because my ex-husband took me through a lot. And I think it's good for women to hear and men to hear what my side went through. And like I say, is his side, my side, and the truth in the middle. And I'm always consistent with my stories. And I just think I say it so someone else can maybe get something out of it, or some young person that's listening and, paging through. Anthony say he's I'm in Orlando, coming home. Come on home, Anthony. Come on home. Okay, let me go in here and start sharing this video. And it's not that long, y'all. I think it's about 11 minutes. But I'm gonna start and stop it. So and this is one of my old videos. I'll make sure it pops on everybody's screen. I don't know, my phone takes forever for anything to pop up on it, but I know it's showing. Let me go back over here. Yeah, it's showing. I don't know. It takes a long time for it to pop up on my phone. But this is a year ago. So this is when I first started YouTube. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start it and I'm going to stop it is what I'm going to do. So let me go back over and let's get started. God, I don't know how I'm going to look on this one.
Morning. Good morning. I am back. I am back. I am back.
Is it
I am Betty J. Gathers, daughter of Jean Grey. Welcome back, cousins. Welcome back. And those of you that keep lurking and coming in and talking to me and commenting, go ahead, hit that button.
Look at
Hit
me.
that button and subscribe and become part of my family today. And hit that like button because it always helps me on my channel.
My mom crocheted
But
that.
I'm just doing this intro a little bit before I fully get ready to do this today. I'm going to be talking about after the divorce. And this not only helps my psyche, but also it helps millions of other women just to know that once you get divorced, party's not over. And I just made sure I got my coffee, then I got up early to pull all my divorce papers together, a letter from my husband, ex-husband. And
Everything in this life is temporary.
This is how the paper looks. After 40 years, it starts getting yellow and tinged. We got divorced in November 27, 79 on my ex-sister-in-law's anniversary.
Her anniversary.
Probably don't even remember hers either. And
she divorced her husband too.
The paper gets yellow. Divorce decrees mean nothing. I'm going to talk about that. But I just want to intro myself. And like I say, I'm just doing this before I get ready. I really got to have my coffee before this because I really had to organize my mind from 40-some years ago. But I will be back in a little bit. And don't forget, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button so I can grow. And let's go. And this what I felt like, what I look like. A dummy army.
Yo, that bonnet. Hey, Dee Dee. That bonnet was, my sister wore that. She was the flower girl. She made me send that bonnet to her. I'm going to go back over in the chat because I don't want to get too far off. But that was the bonnet that, hey, Dee Dee. The bonnet. Hey, golden girl. Hey, virtual shopkeeper. Dee Dee, welcome. That's a new name. Yeah, that was the hat that my mom, you can see the little crochet on top. And my sister wore it on her head at my wedding. She was my little flower girl. Okay, let me get back and get it started again. Okay, let's get started.
I am back, and here we go. Okay, I did the video of my young marriage from hell. Now I'm going to do after the divorce, and I'm really going to get in depth with this. And this is nothing. I know you're going to say a woman scorned, but it's not. After 40-some years, he has who he has, and I have what I have after 30.
Yeah, and that's one thing I want to explain too. We were so young, so it was just a marriage where two people shouldn't have never came together. We were very immature. I would put us at 16. Me a little old, I always say that, and him a little younger, but it's nothing to be scorned about. It just was a marriage that should never happen. But a baby was conceived in that marriage, and that's gonna happen, and that was meant to be, and that was meant to be. Okay, let me go ahead and go back and get it started.
30 years, and I'm sure both of us are happily married. However, I just think this is something young women or even older women that's thinking about and contemplating divorce. And just think this was done in Ooh, I want to change eyeglasses. Girly girl. In 1979. Okay, really on my ex-sister-in-law's anniversary. But I'm gonna have all my papers here, so you're gonna see me look down. I usually don't read the papers, but today I'm gonna and I want you to remember, divorce papers mean nothing. That's what you just go to court, and my son was 18 months old when we divorced, and we did not end until he was 18. And I'm gonna tell you all the things I went through, and it was not.
And the reason I'm stopping because divorce papers mean nothing. I don't know if anybody ever been through divorce. It means nothing. I don't care if they tied it up with a little bow. It never works out the way people think it's going to work out. Okay, it gets nasty, it gets ugly. You might start out with it thinking it's going to be all right, but it just gets ugly. It's something I will never forget, like birthing a child. I will never forget. And you got to think, divorce, it tears a family up, it erodes it. Can you imagine what that did to my child? You know? And yeah, I could be as sweet as I want to be, but girl, I could be a pickle. But I've gotten better. I have gotten better. Anthony, how are you, Betty? Between us, okay, I already been there, so I went back too far. That's what happened. Hold on. I didn't put my Keisha talking about not a dummy ummy. Yes, I was, Keisha. I was. Let's see. Okay, bye, Rose. Bye. That's why I tried. I went back too far. But thanks everybody for coming. Thank you, Golden Girl. I think it is. I think it is. Okay, let me get back to the video.
Easy. And really, I only told like my intermediate family. He probably thought I told everybody, but I want to tell everybody, it's his side, my side, the other woman's side. I had to pull her in there. I forgot about that. And then the truth. Okay. So here we go, because I have no feelings, and I know he has no feelings, about any of this. It's just me telling the world that when you get into a marriage and you're not sure, you better back it up. You better back it up. But first, what I'm going to talk about, okay, when I divorced in November, when it was fine, when we went to court, November 27th.
Don't laugh about
what
the amount.
I quit claim deed our house.
Quit claim deed the house.
Okay, so I left with nothing. Okay.
Clothes on my
But
back.
me and the baby and our clothes on our back. I relinquish all rights to alimony. I want you to remember that part, because that's going to be very important on a part with IRS later. Okay. So we're going to do that in another part. Okay. I was thinking he was paying me $200 a month. Oh, I gave you generous. First, he paid me $30 a week. He paid me that for a year. Then they said to increase if his income went up to $40 a week. $160 a month was what he's supposed to pay. And then we did a modification in October 21st, 1981, but we're going to go back to that. And also I received a letter. It was just crazy, crazy. Okay, at that time, and I don't know if it was just with poor women, they didn't take the money right out of their paycheck. So he wrote me checks, okay? He wrote me checks and they bounced, okay? They BOUNCE, they bounced. So
girl, I got so many bounce checks, y'all. Y'all don't know. Them look $30 a week. I thought it was more money than that. And you know what's so amazing is he was thinking he was paying me too much. And he really at that time wasn't making that much money. But I'm gonna tell you, he started making a whole pile of money. And I would have never took him back for an increase until, and you'll find that out in another video, that sometimes you need to let dead dogs or whatever lie, whatever they say. But let's get back to the video. Okay.
when I took him back to court, yeah, October 21st, 1981. Now remember, we got divorced
I
in
kept up them
79.
numbers
And
and
this is what
dates.
the court says. It says, because I wanted them to take money out of his account because he was giving them bad checks. Let me show you how they run
Listen
with
to this.
money.
The court said.
He said this request, the wife's request for husband to pay child support through the office of the clerk of the circuit court is denied, to provided that the husband should reimburse to the wife on or before October 31st, 1981, my bank service charge incurred by wife as a result of bad child support checks tendered by her husband. And if he fails to do it, to pay the wife on time, or in the future, if you knew how many times he was late, then I would have to go back to court and petition the court again to get it out of his paycheck. Do you know how much money that'll be? And they know that too. They knew that.
Yeah. And that's the only thing is when you're poor, I didn't have any money. So how I'm going to take him back to court? Okay. I wasn't working. When I left him, I ended up going to college. I went back to my mom, but I did get smart enough to go back to school. And that's what I say on this journey. When I look back, the only thing I can say is honestly, y'all, it was God. I have to say that when I look back at my life to get where I am today, that little girl, that little girl she talking about, that's non-existent. Let me go back up in the chat. I don't want to miss too much. Let's see. Hi, virtual. I missed somebody, huh? Hi, virtual. Thank you so much. And Keisha said, understood the divorce is not final until you release the hurt and animosity of that failed relationship. I think too, Keisha, with that, I was still so young, and I know everybody's different. You probably was a little bit more mature than I was. Yes, and that's so true. When you release everything, then it's a lot better, and you can deal with it better because you got all of that anger is what I talk about, and you can't think it through. But once you release that, then you think better on it. But you'll see later in my other videos, he put me through a lot more, though. It was more psychic stuff than anything. So you will see. Golden Girl said, after 2 failed marriages, I decided that I wasn't very good at selecting mates. I have been divorced since 1984. I'm very happy for those who have longevity in their lives. Yes, because now I have a 30-year marriage. Okay. And he has one longer than mine now. So I know they probably been together 40 years, maybe 40 something. My son's 45. And they got married a little bit after that. So it's over 40 years. Okay. So if it works for them, I'm happy. Mine worked for me. But Golden Girl, I think sometimes when we do a second marriage, we need to wait a while. Because I got divorced, in 79, and I didn't get married again to 2001. And we dated for like 11 years. So sometimes I think we let it go. D say let sleeping dogs lie. That's what my sister says all the time. D, but I say a lot of times we need to wake that dog up so other people can hear someone else going through the pain they've been through. And my thing is, if you're in an unhappy marriage, and you done been to therapy and you done tried to work it out. So you 20 some years old, 30 some years old. So you just going to stay in that misery for the rest of your life. That's what I want people to think. There is life after divorce, even with kids and everything. But it is the tear of the fabric of a family just going down the drain. The children are going to be affected. My son had been affected. But he's in a long-term marriage now. So that he's all right. His first marriage, he was too young. Okay. So I can say that, and his maturity level probably was like mine when I got married. And Dee Dee is saying hi. She said, sound like you create a new niche, should be a great audience, wishing you the best with the need. Not really, Golden Girl. I had done these a year ago just to talk about it, But I just find that probably on Mondays, I'm going to go through that series and talk about that a little bit, just to let you know. Somebody said they wanted to know a little bit more about my life. And Wednesday, I'm going to talk about me being this little girl. I had the picture up where this poor little girl, what she was thinking, and now I can tell her what she is now. So I'm going to do that on Wednesday. I think that'll be really good. Thank you for everybody in the house. Thank you so much. So, okay, let's get back over to the video. Let me go over here. They know, that wasn't gonna be. Okay. So, he had to pay the lawyer court costs during that time. So my request was denied. So he continued to give me bad checks. It never stopped until later on. I'm gonna tell you, after Child Protective Service was called on me. I'll tell you about that, because then it was increasing. This was like years later. Okay. Then July 26, 1990. He wrote me a letter. Yes, he did. But he wasn't the brains of the operation. She was. I'll give you that. I'll give you that, girl. You was a smart cookie. I'll give you that. Well, listen to this craziness. Because he wasn't this smart. But he said that he was really surprised that he learned that I filed a motion for contempt of court, claiming that he was 2 weeks behind, which he was always behind, and then with them bad checks. And then let me tell you what he's gonna do. He said, I tell you what, I'll pay you court, take the money out of my pay it through the courts if you do this. He always come up with something, or she come up with something that if I do what he tell me to do, is he want to make up missed visitations, because I would send my son to visit his mom. So he said he had missed 16 missed weekends. And if I make up all of those to him, then he would pay it through the courts. He was always coming up with something. Let's see, what did I do? And there was always, now I can say his wife did bring some balance into his life, into the situation, but she did maneuver a lot of this, to, I don't know what he was going to get, but he was always using a bargaining chip, because they know your money's tight. And it's just awful how people do people in certain ways. And that was just his thinking, that I had wronged him, even though, but okay, let me go back to the video. We're almost over on this. Okay, let me go. Thanks everybody that's here and staying here. And she was always coming up with something. He visited his grandma. So you miss weekends. So you want to make up 16 missed weekends. Oh, I'm getting into the visitations. But that did have part to do with the money, though. It was just a mess. So if you're going to get divorced, and I don't know how they do it now, or even if you don't, because some people don't go through lawyers, make sure that it gets paid through the court. And then you don't have to argue back and forth about the money, just all that added stress. And that adds so much stress to your life. It really does. It probably took off 10 years of my life, because you're not making any money. And then I wasn't working when I left him, and they know you're at the mercy of them. And I was at the mercy of that little money. And thank God I could go back home to my mom. That's how me and the baby made it. And in terms, really, it was a blessing, because I did end up going back to college at that time. But we end up moving back to where he lived, because where I stayed in was like a real small country. So there was, not really the great opportunities, like right close. You had to drive a ways. But that's one thing. I just want to make sure that
you make sure, and also make sure too that they pay for your medical, for the baby's, for the child's medical. Now he promised that. I never got it ever. Whatever was done, and I end up paying for it. So make sure that you do that. And like, I'm not going to make this video that long. I just wanted to talk about child support on this one. That how really, and I want men to know, it puts a strain, and even the money that you pay, it's never enough. And I know it's coming out of your household, but your first
We're
obligation
almost
is to
there.
that child. You know, it was the first marriage, and I know everybody's saying, well, he had other children. Yes, he did, but he still had an obligation to this child. But I'm going to end this here about the child support. I am Betty J. Gathers.
Okay. Yep, I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. Let me remove her. And let me go back over the chat before I discuss it. Golden Girl, you only had one child? I had two. My second child was not by my husband. It was by let's see. And Keisha said, thankfully, with my first marriage and divorce, we didn't have children. Oh, girl, you were blessed. We said that we sold the house and I took the greater part of the equity out of the sale. Blessed for the simplicity of, oh, yeah, because you didn't. Girl, I was just ready. Everybody was like, girl, I just signed it. I signed it away, went with my clothes on my back. I was ready. People would say, that you were crazy. Somebody even told me that I was crazy, and then they said that what it was, you should have stayed there. And I'm like, well, you go with him. You live with him. But if I would have stayed with craziness, I would have been dead probably, I'm sure. Golden Girl said, I have been blessed with 3 beautiful children from my 2 marriages. It was worth the experience. Yeah, but going through that pain, yes, your children are a blessing from it, but just going through that pain of oh, you wanted more children, you had 2. No, you had 3. You wanted more, Golden Girl. You wanted more. And I'm so glad that I didn't burn the papers up. you know It's just something. I have all the dates and whatever. But one thing I did ask my son, and I didn't re-ask him, I wanted him to watch the one on the visitation. I didn't care about anything else, but I wanted him to watch that on the visitation. I went through more pain than anything on that visitation part. I cried a lot of nights. I'm going to share that with y'all. Every Sunday night when it was time to bring him home, they were brutal to me. They were awful to me. He was supposed to come home at 7, and they thought it was laughable. And then he had to go to school the next day, 9, 10, 11. They didn't care. And that's why I say divorce papers don't mean nothing. They don't mean nothing. But I cried a lot of those nights. But I wanted my son to see that. Because I really did. That was the most hurting time in my life, that part. Keisha said, I went to the library and researched and drew up the divorce papers and everything. That's what my husband's daughter did with her first marriage. She did it without a lawyer, is what it was. Girl, I wasn't smart enough. And then I don't know. I didn't re-ask him, but I did ask him to watch it. So I don't know if he watched it or not. Because a lot of things I didn't share with my son, and my sister said I should have, and I should have, because he would bring up certain stuff and I would fall back on it and not really be vocal about it. Because I said something one time and he looked at me like it. I said, do you think it's an untruth? Why would I have to lie? After all this shit, why would I have to lie? So sometimes never bring him back on time, nasty. Yeah, it was bad. And I didn't even really share that to my family that much. I think a lot of times I just was ashamed. And like I said, I would go in the closet and I would just cry, because I couldn't until they, bring him home. And I would call and say, can y'all bring him home? He got school tomorrow. And they would just think it was laughable. you know. Yeah, you were 25. See, I was still a baby. I think I was 21, 22, 23, 24, about 24 probably. But immature, yeah, I told mama some, but the majority of it I did tell her about, what he did and all that good stuff. But she was the one told me about the other woman. We gonna, I was so dumb. I told y'all, even with that part, I didn't even know another woman was involved. That was awful. And then even the medical, I'm gonna tell you, he ended up working at the fire department. He could have got just included my son in the medical. Never did. Never did. No, I paid for all the medical. And he even had to have an operation when he was probably 8, 9, something like that. But it was like but it was still my, he never got the insurance ever, ever. So and they say, trust me, I'm sure there's life hasn't. Oh, I bet it hasn't. You can't treat somebody like that and expect your life to go good. You really can't. But like I say, they got married shortly after we got divorced. And he had another big wedding. It was her first marriage, and I guess she wanted a big wedding. So they had another big wedding. My sister-in-law was in that wedding. And I remained friends with my sister-in-law for a lot of years after that. And it wasn't a strain or anything. You know how life, everybody goes different ways. And she ended up getting divorced too. She said, my daughter from my first marriage and my 2 sons from my second marriage. Okay. Well, I only had 1 son for him. Thank God. And then my second son is from somebody different. So it was a whole different situation. I didn't have to deal with this. I can tell you that. Child support, yes. But this, nope, 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 nope. I can definitely tell you that. CV say he'll be back, but it is, and now maybe I understand. I still don't understand about the child support. Even with my sons, I remember my oldest son, because he has a son from his first marriage, and he said, well, I'm the one that initiated the child support. And then I say, you are like, that's something special. And and that's what I want my sons to realize. That's not, you supposed to do that. Supposed to do it. And I'm gonna be honest, if my sons didn't pay their I'll tell them where they at. Send them to my house. I'll give you their address. You're gonna take care of them babies, okay? And I even tell him with Sophie, even though you send the money, you still need to buy her stuff. Girls need panties, bras, they need extra stuff. Make sure she got all that stuff. Even with your oldest son, make sure you got stuff for them. I think the child support, they feel like money is for the mother. That's what he felt. He felt because I got a house. That was number one. And of course, that $200 a month wasn't buying no house, girl. Then my son would have, because they had a lot of kids after me. And then they would say, well, if he got those nicer clothes, you need to be paying us child support. Crazy. It was cray cray. It was cray cray. Yeah. So, it really is. He's saying Cali CS is rough. My friend had issues. Yeah, either way, I understand money's coming out his household. Money is coming to a household where the money could be tight. But I mean, you got to do what you got to. You got to pay your child support. That's all I can tell men. You got you got to pay it. And all in the end, what's gonna happen is you do what's right, you're gonna get all that money back. I tell everybody, you do what is right, it works for you. It works better for you than you fighting against. That's your own child. That came from the deepest inner part of you. Even with moms don't get off the hook. Moms leave children too. The child got to be. So I'm not all saying about men, that because now we even have same-sex marriages, and I know those end in divorce a lot of times. So I mean, you got two women or you got two men. Um, so they even, you get in, yeah, but the system, I don't know, because see, I haven't been in the system so long, so I don't know if it operates better or what. So, because I know with my second son's father, I did it through the state, and that was a lot better because I really didn't have to pay anything. And they're the ones that got it all together. So, Nat, hey, we just talking about my young little life. Thank you, everybody. Good afternoon, Miss Betty. Just want to say hello. Oh, thank you. I subscribed to you sometime early last year. I really enjoyed listening to your chats. Managed to listen for a few. Well, thank you. Somebody is, but you know what? Somebody is looking at my older videos because I was talking about, because if you're not a YouTube creator, and I have some people in here that's not YouTube creators, but YouTube tell us in the YouTube studio in the back, it'll tell if your videos is at a low return, a medium return, or a high return. That means people coming back to look at your videos. And if all the lights are off, you got a problem. And I had all lights off at some certain point. Then it went to all low. All the lights was on at low, which means a low return of people coming back. Then about a month ago, it went up to medium. All the lights went on. Then two of them stayed at low and one light went off, I think. But now the majority, well, you might as well say all of them are at medium. So when they go high, then that's when the work really, really starts. And I always say that's the scary part of me, you know, to know then you gotta really, get on the grind. If you have high return, people coming back to see your videos. Let's see. Who's next? OG is here. Hey, silly. Hey, hey, hey. CV is saying best option is using the county or the state. Yeah. And you know what, at that time, and it really wasn't there, especially if it just wasn't, things now wasn't in place to make it easy on you. Okay. So now it is. It really is. Oh, there's Yvette, my first cousin. Hey, girl. Hey. Yep, Yvette is here. Thank you so much. I was just talking about my first divorce. I can remember when Yvette got married. Girl, I'm married. You remember you saying that? And then I am married, girl. I'm married now. Oh, I can remember you was so happy. You was so happy. And Keisha is saying working in HR payroll, child support garnishments are no joke. And eventually we got there, but I got to talk about that in the other video, and you're gonna see how we got there. It wasn't like instant, like I'm going up on money. He pushed it there. Taken from both men and women. Yep, and required health insurance. See, and he was slipping through that. People be like, why you take my money? What in the world? I know. I don't get it. It's your children. And it's not from a woman's point of view. It's really not. And that's what I admired about my well, thank you, OG. Loves my hair. Admired about my husband. So you dating for 10 years, you start paying attention to what they do. But by the time I got to him, his children were grown. But I always heard him and them talking about he paid child support. He said he knew it wasn't enough money. And he paid the mortgage. And then he bought them extra stuff. So I mean, you listen to people talk about that, you're like, because a lot of times you don't hear that. I paid child support when my sons went to live with their dad. I paid it on time and all the extra. I'm telling you, yeah, if they're taking care of them. I know I had, when I was working at the bank, one man said he used to complain about child support. He said then he had the kids for the whole summer. When he brought them back, he said, when we going back to court? When we going to increase the money? He said, I'm cheering by ate him out of house. a house and a home, and he has so much to do. Yeah, they are. And it's just not about clothes, and it's the roof over their head. It is the roof over their head. I tell you. But thank you, all the 13 in the house. But it's so, just divorces, tearing up a family. Rich is a real man. Look, yeah, because she take his side, y'all. He is a good husband. And there is no perfect marriage. I don't want anybody to think that. But you know what? The biggest arguments we have been outside. People from outside. Those have been the biggest arguments that we have had, stuff that's in there, even with the money. Even most people say that money is I think that's number two or number one reason why people get divorced. And we work very well together with money. And I said you can have a little bit, but if you work together, and there's no arguments about, we work very well. Believe me. If I think he's short on one end, I'm going to take it up. If he thinks I'm short on one end, I'm going to take it up. I'll give you an example. Yesterday, my granddaughter was here, even though it's his granddaughter too. But um she went to sleep because she wasn't feeling good. Then he said, because he was going off, he said, well, what do you think she want to eat? So I said, well, let me check and see if she's up. Girl, she was a princess yesterday. I had my granddaughter yesterday. She got good treatment. And so she said she wanted chicken nuggets, she wanted fries, and she wanted an orange soda. He comes back, he done supersized it up. What is that? 10 nuggets? And then the big old French fry. Now she ain't 10 yet. And then that big old soda, she ate every bit of it. So you know what? That saved me money on my side because I took her to the movies. And if you buy popcorn and a drink, and that's $20 right there. So you got $20 to go in the movie, $20 to for just that popcorn and that drink. And then my husband, he spent 10. So that was what? $50 right there? Like boom, boom, bam. If she would have stayed here any longer, she got the princess treatment. Yeah, she really did. We only had one bump in the road. Thank you everybody for coming in. I'm talking about my granddaughter. She had visited yesterday. And we only had one bump in the road where she really didn't want to wear her seatbelt properly. And she told me, because the thing was, okay, let me back it up. When she came to the house, they were supposed to be going to the beach. So she was just coming by to say hi. But what happened when I hugged her and started crying, and she told me, I'm staying with my grandmama. That was it. Okay, let me tell you about children. So we get in the van, going to the truck, going to the movies, and she didn't have a seatbelt on right. I said, that's not gonna work, Sophia. Because if we get in an accident, you know. And then she said, I should have went to the beach. I said, oh, you want us to call your mama? She talking about grandma, we not gonna be able to call mama. I said, why? And then she realized what she did. So then she put the seatbelt on right. And then I said, then my lesson to her was, because it was a learning moment for her. And I said, listen, you're a cute little girl. You're really cute. I say, but when someone is treating you nice and you get mad because that person asked you to do something and now you want to leave, I say, they won't be inviting you back, no matter how cute you are. And then she said, very smart, she said, well, okay, grandma, why do I need to wear my seatbelt this way? And once I explained it to her, that she was fine. Even when we came out the movie, she put it on right. So she looked up at me because it is, I know you do at home, but some things you just cannot do if I run into somebody's car, because you're not my child, you're my grandchild. You're my grandchild. And then Keisha saying tiaras, girl, she tore my room up, Keisha. Tiaras, McDonald's, and the movies. Girl, she had a great day. And then she got tired when she wasn't feeling good. I said, "You want me to call your mama?" I'm like, "Oh my God." Miss Sophia. Yeah, her name is Sophia Rose. All the girls in her mom's family, middle name is Rose. So, which I think is so neat. They all middle names is the same. So all the sisters, cousins, nieces, if they're girls, then their middle name is Rose, which I think is amazing, you know. And another thing I want to say, if we got grandparents in the building, and I know we do, listen, them is not your children. Those are their children. I see this so many times where grandparents, we overstep our bounds. We really do. We really overstep because, you know, we were younger. We made mistakes, you know, and my son was telling me last night, in fact, when I was talking, he said, "Well, Mama, you know, these children are like us in that 90s generation." And I said, "And that's why y'all need to keep your own children, you know." But CV said that his youngest daughter named, oh, that's okay, Sophia. Yeah. No, she don't have any siblings. She's an only child. Her mom did try to get pregnant while she was with my son with a second, but she just never got pregnant. I bet she's probably happy now that she only got Sophie. So, but honestly, with Sophia, if her mom had another child, I know I would treat her like my grandchild. I love her mom. I listen, my sons, I could say they chose well. I can say that because my oldest son, his first wife, he's married to his second. His first wife was, I would always say she was my daughter and not my daughter in law. He was my son in law. His second wife took me a while. It wasn't that I didn't like her. It's like now I'm telling y'all, love y'all daughter in laws. Okay. Love them because they are the foundation of the family. That's all I can say. Love your daughter-in-laws, and you'll be amazed the things that you get. She'll even make sure if I wanted to go to Australia tomorrow, oh, she'll get the money. If I really wanted to come, she would get it before he would get it. You know, so yeah, make sure you, but what I want to say about Tiffany, she came in our family and we all loved her. And really, Tiffany is the first girlfriend. My son's 40 now. She's the first, and she's the only woman that he said, "This is my girlfriend." Then they end up breaking up. Hey, 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 girl. Hey, geeky girl. They end up breaking up. Anybody that's just coming in, I'm talking about my son's girlfriend. That's why I'm saying how it affects relationships because our sons, or if you have daughters, I don't have sons, they bring women into our lives, then they divorce them, you know, or they leave them because my youngest son have never been married. So you expect me not to, you know, not like her anymore because you don't like her. But anyway, Tiffany, Sophia's mom, my son, they broke up. And me and Tiffany had it hard. We would fuss, we would argue. Oh my God, say stuff that slam. Tiffany had a good habit of slamming the phone down. And one day we just got to talking. And she said, I don't know which one it was, that you know what, we love each other. Let's get this straight, you know. And I'm telling you, it's amazing. Honestly, I bonded in heavier at one time with Tiffany than my granddaughter. It sounds strange, but sometimes I would be talking to Tiffany more than Sophie. And I had to catch myself, you know, because it's just, I think me and Tiffany just have a bond. I don't know. I'm happy about that bond though. I really am. But yeah, I'm telling you, mother-in-law's always in trouble. Always stay out them people business. I used to wonder, I taught childbirth education, and I would hear mother-in-law say, she don't want me in the room. She don't want me in the room. And She don't want you in the room. Sit out there, wait for the baby to come. That's why you're always in trouble running your mouth. Talk about me too. And if your daughter-in-law tell you something, don't tell your son. I don't tell Ned. I don't tell Ned. Nothing. Nothing. Okay. Yvette, we're gonna have to talk one day too. That's my first cousin. That's probably the only first cousin I talk to. Yeah, that's you know what, and that's another story about my family and the breakup of a family that my sister, baby sister, don't know her first cousins on my mom's side. None of them really. Well, she know Yvette, Ethel. She knows, oh, Ethel passed, but she knows um, some of them, but not that many of them, and never really had a relationship with the first cousin. So it's sad. And that was just a family just torn. I mean, we were literally torn. It was so bad. My mom's brother did not come to her funeral. It was that bad. And then when he died, he didn't put her name in the obituary. That's what families can do. They can tear down, they can erode. And I noticed that, and it was all about money. It was all about money. Yep, it just ripped the family apart. Okay, CV Baseball. Thank you for staying and thank you for always coming. And I got better with the chat today, y'all. I got better with the chat. But yeah, life, you know what? Life right now, it's really good. It's really good. Even at this age, 67, I'm still learning. I'm learning some stuff you got to release because if you don't release it, it will really erode your insides. You know, sometimes you just got to say, you know what, this just not working. And I know my sister know what I'm talking about. It's just not working. I went through something for 30 years, over 30 years. And I had to just say, you know what? It don't even matter no more. It's never gonna work. You know, and sometimes you just got to release it. And I wish I would have done it years ago. Years. I took my whole lifetime, 30 years to get it. Now I got it. Now I got it. I gave them all my power. All of it. Let me see what y'all saying here. Yes, take care of the mother so you don't have to raise the grandkids. Yeah. I'm telling you, if Sophie needs something, she called me and I didn't have the money at that time. Yeah, she can have it. I'm telling you, let them take care of them babies. I tell you. And Geeky Girl say, yes, release it and let it go of that stress. And a lot of times, even with Geeky Girl, she's young, her kids are still little. And a lot of times she is the ones I'm talking to. And that's why I tell you, in my YouTube studio, it's very high with Generation X and millennials. Oh, yeah, they're there. My 65 plus is growing. You know, they're starting to come over because I didn't have used to have any at all, but that number I see is increasing. But Generation X, sometimes they'll disappear off, but the millennials, they stay hanging. You hear me? The millennials don't let go. I don't know why, but Generation X do. Sometimes it's like at zero. But I never lose the millennials. I never, maybe because they're on the computer. Yeah, you know, Geeky Girl, it is. And then you have so many daughters. God, and you know what? Raising my children, like I say, I was in the survival mode. And that's the worst mode to be in when you're raising children. I had to be. I had a house. I had insurance. All the stuff to pay for. Sometimes I worked a second job, to get us through. And I can remember my baby son, and this is where it got kind of sad at. Because my second son used to like to hug all the time. And I was so tired. And you got to remember, they're looking at from a child's eyes. They're not looking at from an adult eyes. And he was like, one time he saw my son, he was trying to hug me, and he said, I kind of brushed, just, and sometimes you're just so tired. And then when I explained it to him, I said, listen, you didn't even half know what was going on. I said, was that right? No, it was not right. It really wasn't. But at that time, I was tired. And when you're tired, you tend to push people away. So it wasn't right. But I can't go back and change that. You were listening through you were seeing through a child's eyes, but you didn't know what I was going through. You didn't know how that food was getting on the table, lights, water, phone. They don't know that. All they know is I pushed him away, you know? But if it was the other way around where they didn't get anything and they got all the loving, then they'll say, we didn't have nothing. That's children, no matter how much you do for them, I'm telling you. But as they get older, they appreciate you a lot more. That's one thing. Hey, Arigen, welcome. I know I be saying it wrong, but thanks so much for coming in. But Geeky Girl said, yes, they are. We have tried to be considerate to them. They don't know what's going on, but they still want your attention. Yes, and I wished I could, but like I said, you can't go back. You can't beat up yourself. I think I would have, more empowered them. I don't think I empowered them enough in their lives. Yes, they can take care of themselves. Nobody really asked me for money, but one time, and that was with my son's teeth, and he paid us back. Never asked me about lights, water. Nobody ever bothered me about that, because but you know what? They learned that they pay your bills first and all the garbage comes later. They did learn that part. Now I'm going to tell you the gift that I gave them, what my mom gave me. And some of you will not think this as a gift. Okay. When I was raising up, we didn't do the holidays. We didn't do the Mother's Day. We didn't do all that stuff that people normally do. And of course, as a child growing up, you're like, but then as you get older, you kind of understand it, because once she left this earth, well, before she left the earth, she said, give me my gifts now, whenever, all during the year. So it wasn't like we didn't get anything. It was all during the year. Sophia is the same thing, all during the year. Her birthday is at the end of the month. She may get something, she may not, but she knows it. And one time she said, Grandma, you didn't buy me anything for Christmas. And I said, okay, Sophie, we can do this. I said, I can buy you stuff for Christmas. I can buy you stuff for your birthday. I can do that. I say, but the rest of the year, you're going to have to wait till those days. And she's like, no, Grandma. Nope, that ain't going to work. But to me, it's a gift to my children. If you want to give me something on Mother's Day, you can. If not, and your money's tight, then don't. That's my gift to them. You got to worry about no Christmas present. You got to worry about no Thanksgiving. You got to worry about nothing. Remember me when your heart tell you to remember me. My mom was smart. She was a smart cookie. She was a smart cookie. She really was. But like I say, each family is different. Each family is really different. But the boys got it. They got it. They know they were going to get things whenever. So they understood that. They understand it early. Like Sophia's 9, but she been understood. She like, no boxes coming. I ain't worried about that. But even when I would send her stuff before Christmas, her mom be like, I'm going to hold it to Christmas. I say, you can do whatever you want. You can hold it for Christmas or you can open it now. I don't care, so yeah. But in your life, I'm telling you, enjoy it now. Just in this moment, this day, because nothing is promised, even the next hour. And I wished I would have learned that a lot earlier. I learned it, but I forgot it. I learned it, but I forgot it. I would learn it and then I would forget it. You know, we are the same at our house. Holidays are more about blessing others. Yeah, and that's what it is. And I always say, give from your heart. Don't give because you got to give. You know, whenever I give something, I give from my heart. Because if you don't, you feel like, I don't know, it's not a pleasant feeling. I've done that, but I don't do that anymore. I've done that, and it's not a good feeling. Now I give from my heart, and it may not even be a big amount. And you know what else, Keisha, I do? And I call it giving and blessing. I will say a prayer for you, and that's my gift for you. You know, maybe for that day or whatever. But that's why I tell people, even if you don't have money, even if you don't have money, you still can. You know, you can say a prayer to them. You can just do something without money, so yeah. But yeah, it's just like I'm in a point in my life which is I would think that I wouldn't be at. And that's what I'm saying. You be thinking, you be overthinking, and you don't know where your life is going to be. Who would have thought in my wildest of dreams when I was working those two jobs and taking care of the kids and stuff, because that was my obligation, you know? But who would have thought that at 57 that I would have been retired? Who would have thought in a million of years? Betty Gathers would have never thought that I would be in the position of retiring and having a good life. And that's why I always, with Destination Fun, I always tell her, I'm going to get what I want. Whatever brings me joy, I'm going to do it. I don't care. I ain't going to say what the cost is. But if it's something I really want, even like, where's the tea? I don't think it got the name on it. It's a rose tea. I love this tea. It has 12 yes, Destination Fun. Go ahead. Go ahead. Look for the price. TAETEA. She's so funny. It's got 12 packs. Is it? Yeah, it ain't cheap. I can tell you that. But every time I drink that rose tea, I try the cheaper one. It don't taste good. That one, the cheaper one had too much rosy taste in it. That one, perfect blend. My water. Yeah, it may be a little costly in Destination Eyes, but it brings me happiness. So nobody really have to buy me anything. Things become things. That's another thing I want to talk about. Boy, I'm just talking about. I hope I can talk like this on Wednesday, y'all. Things are things. I don't care how much money you have. Things are things. Let me get back over here because Golden Girl said I don't want to get too far. She said, yes, I tell them. Yeah, I think people are getting smarter. I really do. Dee said that I have to wait until I'm 67 here in Australia. Well, we supposed to wait till I could retire at 65, full retirement. So I didn't take full retirement. But 65 would have been my age. I think it's 67 here now. I'm not sure if it is or not, but yeah. And then I forgot what I was going to talk about. I know I was talking about, God darn it. I do that all the time. That's why when I go over to the chat, I know before I was talking about making sure that you get what you want no matter what. Shoot. What was I going to say, y'all? Somebody should have remembered. Well, thank you, Geeky Girl. I'm looking for a perfume. I want a perfume that I really love. I haven't found one that I really want to wear every day. I haven't found that yet. That's what I'm looking for now. I want a perfume that I can get. Yes, it's water, D. She talking about water. Yeah, who would have thought? And even my husband say, buy what makes you happy. And that's so true. You only get one life, people. Yeah, and Golden Girl retired early too. She retired younger than me, I believe. So, did you? I think Golden Girl just got up and left her job. I think that's what she said, that she got up and left her job at one point. I don't know if she was at retirement, but yeah, life is good though, and treat it that way. Life is really good. But I'm gonna get ready to go because I can't remember. I know I was gonna say something, but I can't remember what I was gonna say because I was talking about that. But I guess Wednesday I'll bring it up. And Wednesday I'm going to talk about me being a little girl. And I showed the picture earlier that what that little girl was thinking, and now I can tell that little girl who she is. A lot of thoughts of what was going through my mind. I know my self-esteem was gone at that age. Hey, Elliot, I see you in. I see you. Oh, things are things. Thank you. My friend bought it back. Thank you, Deborah. Things are things. I want y'all to know. Okay, when I first retired, I thought I wanted to eat out every day. We ate out every day, 7 days a week. I got tired of that. And then I wanted home cooked meals. I never forget that. And then you acquire so many things that I do give away a lot of stuff. So stuff is stuff, people. Yes, it's nice to have money to get stuff, but I look around, you see me looking around, I have so much stuff. And I try to give away as much as I can. And I don't buy as much as you think I buy. Destination fun. I got some stuff coming because I bought a new mop bucket. Usually I buy stuff to replace things, like a mop bucket I got. When I was younger, I wouldn't have got that mop bucket. I would have went to Dollar Tree. We didn't have no Dollar Trees, and got a mop bucket and a mop. But so now I got a mop bucket and a mop to give away. So, and then my best friend, if she don't need it, she can give it to the church and they'll find somebody a bucket and a mop. Somebody will use a bucket and a mop. Hey, Scrolls Nest, welcome. Welcome. We're just talking about being retired and how you think it's going to be. You think you're going to eat out every day. Then you find out you don't want to eat out every day. Then you start buying a lot of things. And then things just become things. So when I do make a decision to buy something, it's something I love. Something that will bring me joy. I only buy stuff that I really love. If I say, maybe not. Geeky Girl said, we buy things and give them away all the time. Blessed, but also don't need. Yeah, it becomes stuff when you're blessed. And that's what you're supposed to do, I believe. You get the stuff and you really don't need it, then you give it away, is what it is. I remember Grandma Judy. Haley, how you doing? Okay, let me just leave it there. But Grandma Judy told me that over in Indonesia, when they fast, and I asked her why. And she said, in a way, I guess it was not, she can't really understand, I guess, as you get older, that they do that because they want to feel what the poor feel. But she said after the month fast, then you go back to eating, and then you're going to forget. So yeah, it's like you just. And then Miss Geeky Girl say, I try to do a sweep every 6 months and give away stuff. Yeah, because now I'm at this point, and that's why I was telling my best friend is the house need to breathe. I know a lot of people don't believe stuff like that. I truly do. The house is a life within its own. When people move out of a house, you notice everything seems like it just, the toilets and everything not working right. But when you got a lot of stuff in every corner and every place, the poor house can't breathe. And you know what? And that's showing you how your life is. If your house is full of everything, then your life is chaotic. It's like looking in somebody's purse, and if everything's all over the place, they're having a hard little time. Everybody gonna look in their purse now. They having a hard little time. I'm telling you, things show up in our lives in different ways. Okay. Geeky Girl can say something, speak something on her channel, and it's really meant for me that day. If it's not meant for me, it's meant for somebody else. And I know sometimes I would see people in the store and we'll talk a long time. And I would say, this was meant to be, right? That we were meant to meet together and we were meant to talk about this. Right? And they'll look at you crazy sometimes. And some people get it. They get it. Lee, how is it going? How? I would communicate on Instagram, but I don't know Instagram. Ellie, if you don't get yourself on over there to Instagram, get yourself on Instagram, please. And Geeky Girl said, I can't stand clutter. I think the most my house was ever cluttered was right before I retired. And I didn't clean out that clutter because all I did, girl, I watched Korean movies. I watched them things for a whole year. I ain't cleaned no house like I should. I enjoyed that first year off. I don't know if nobody did. I wasn't bored. I enjoyed that year off. Then I went to Australia. Then when I came back, then it took me forever. Oh my God. I had so much stuff, just stuff, to take out because then I had been working in childbirth education and all that. And then I had all that stuff. I still have some of that stuff. Why am I holding on to it? Why? I just need to give it away. Oh, first floor auto. So I would say hello to individuals, but I have got my dinner. Thank you, everybody in the house. Lee, will enjoy your dinner. Scrolls Nuts, buy big items, cars, home repairs. Yes, home repairs. We just had to replace a washer and a dishwasher. Renovations. We can do a lot of renovating. Now that we can do. I would love to rip up carpet and put nothing but wood floors down. Now that would be my dream. I would love to take every floor in this house and make it wood floors. I don't want that cheap stuff that's splinter, but I would love to do that. He said, before retiring while you are still working. I'm telling you, make sure that house paid off. Okay. Make sure you ain't got a lot of credit card bills. Okay. What else I want to say? Yeah, and try to get, I know a friend of mine, she bought her car some years before. She's thinking about retiring. Her house is going to be paid off when she don't have any debt that that she got to worry about, because that's why a lot of people have to go back to work, is because that. Well, thank you, Scrolls Nest. I think that's great advice because then you can spend your money on cruising. Yeah, you have a lot of more disposable income. You really do. And people think I don't go to second. I love secondhand places. I'm gonna have to do a video. I want to see if they'll let me. I know I could just tape in there, but I want to take my tripod in there. So I'm going to ask him if I could take my tripod in there. But I do secondhand shopping. I did that with my kids. I love secondhand shopping. Sometimes the items are more higher quality. My best friend, she want to always go for the purses. She ain't worried about the clothes. She gets this bag, surprise bags, where they put all this stuff in there. She had a good time with it the other day. Yeah, she did. Golden Girl says she retired at 51. Oh, with a pension. With a pension at 51. My husband, get this. He was 50 and retired with a pension from GE. Yep. She said, I took a deferred retirement at age 41. And then I returned after 7 years to the state of Michigan. Okay, sound like you had an exciting life. Exciting. If anybody don't know Golden Girl, get to know her. Get to know her, please. I think she has over 500 subs now. I think she has over 500 subs. You know what? With me, I know people celebrate their increments, and I never really did. And even when I became monetized, I really didn't throw a monetized party. I think too because I'm still working on it. And I just, to me, now I want everybody to remember this is me, that I just feel that I'm right just getting in the door, that I'm not in it. You know what I mean? So, and I want to kind of, I'm the type of person kind of want to go and then you don't notice me instead of the big hoopla. So, yeah, I never had a party and I never will. It took me a while to think about that, but I love going to the parties though. I love to celebrate other people. I just didn't do one and won't do one. But like I say, it took a while for me. Thank you, everybody in here. Thumbs up, thumbs up. It is important to declutter in the golden years to make it easy for the family. I know we got to think about that. I had all my kids. The boys not interested. I kept the footprints and the handprints, but all the report cards, I might have kept one or two. They're not gonna want all that stuff. I'm telling y'all, they not gonna. Parents get upset with their children because they don't want their stuff. You know, so yeah, it is something to think about. I think, in fact, it. In fact, the other day, my husband told me, he was showing me something outside with the sewage, the way to make sure the water's running. And if you got a clog, it don't run like it should. He said, I can't believe I'm saying this. He said, in case I pass. And I was like, you messing with somebody third. I know what he means. Hey, FR Humphrey girl, we talking about everything, everything. I was supposed to get off here 15 minutes ago. I'm gonna stay 15 more minutes. Geeky girl, are you gonna go on today? Are you just enjoying? I think Geeky girl is enjoying her life right now. That's what I think. I'm gonna have her come up here one day when she, when she's all free, because I love doing lives with her. Um, and also Rich New Design. Oh my God, I love doing it with him. And then people say that lives are easy. Whew. Lives take a lot of energy. They take a lot of forethought because you don't want any quiet space where you got to think of something. When I do that, then it's time for me to leave because people are going to feel that, energy that she don't have anything else to say. Geeky girl said, I think I am. I love doing them with you also, Miss Betty. Yeah, we got to do it. And you know what? We can even do it on your channel because you need the hours. And that's not why I'm doing it. But yeah, that's a gift to you because, I don't have to do it on my channel. Now, you just can't do it too late. You can't do it too late. And let me tell y'all that's in this building. If you want me on your live, do not set me up for after 8 o'clock. Okay? Do not set me up for 8 o'clock. Pedroza had me the perfect time, 7 to 8. Okay? He had an hour. Not 7 to 9. It was 7 to 8. So, but 8 o'clock, usually now, after I took my sabbatical, I learned to shut YouTube off. Now I may not get, but that means I'm not going to be looking in the studio. I'm not going to be answering comments. I'm not going to be looking at anybody's videos unless I really want to watch one that I watch one of my favorite YouTubers. Scrosa says, I think explaining how to do things to you around the house a smart move on your husband's part. Yeah, it really is. And he has stuff for years. It's so organized with the bills and all that. So I could just slide right in and take over. But we're pretty good right now. My husband is almost 11 years older than me. But get this, he's still not on any medications. So we must have did something right. So he's out in the yard. He will stay out there, and we have a pretty good sized yard. So now he worked on the back. He used to do the whole thing in one day, but now he piecemeal it. So he does it the back. He got that really, really nice. And now he's working on the front. That's really, really nice. A friend of mine that used to drive by here, she said that when she passed my house, it looks like a house that smiles. I like that. A house that smiles. So, hey, Mimi. Yeah, I see that girl say that she ain't mean to get pregnant or something. Boy, they milking it for everything it's worth. Mimi do reaction videos. Mimi got me back looking at these people. Girl, I get my popcorn. Okay, golden girl, bye. You have a great day. But yeah, some I miss. Like I say, if it's after 8 o'clock, a lot of times I'm off, or I'll sit out in the bushes and not, because I know once you come in, you're either gonna say hi and then it gets started. That's even with Tuba Chat. A lot of times I'm at Tuba Chat. But a lot of times I sit in the bushes and I'm listening to everybody. Because like I told Tuba Chat, really my channel need to go up there. It really don't at this point. And I bet you a lot of us that have become monetized would still support him and not the channel go up there. It'd be less people he have to worry about because he's gonna have a lot more people to come in. So I said with the older ones, really, I know he don't want to do it, but I know I'm willing to really support him. And I know if they're not on there all the time, they're gonna still support him. So yeah, but I stay out in the bushes. When he was on the last time, I was in the bushes. I almost came on, but I changed my mind. So Elliot says, good health is great to have in your final years. Yes, that quality of life. I am healthy, but I was in a motorcycle wreck and it limits me. If not for the wreck, I could do the same thing. I know. And that's what I say. A lot of times, life is limiting. And it's not even when you're old age, even some people when they're younger, like they've been in an accident and they have limitations to their body. So it's just not for us old folks to be all banged up and crippled and and say, where did that ache and pain come from? So and like I said, I know I'm pretty good because I used to jog all my life. And I used to jog to stay thin, not knowing that jogging and exercise, that was a health benefit. That paid into my insurance policy so they don't have to pay for me. So honestly, and I'm gonna keep saying I'm gonna get moving because I know that insurance policy gonna run out if I don't get back to moving. Okay, I want to be able to stretch and be able, stretching is great, just if you stretch even before you get out the bed, you know but stretching, balancing as you get older, I have like, let me show y'all, gonna laugh. Oh God, I'll show y'all everything. Ugh. Pete, don't laugh. Don't laugh. Let me see. Let me make sure. Before I show you, first floor auto. Lee says I have issues due to being hit while stationary. I know. I am so scared of people on motorbikes. I am so frightened of that. I really am. But I always, as we get older, we worry about our balance. I know I do. F.R. Humphrey, did I say hi to you? I think I did. I think I did. I'm trying to do a lot better with my chat because I was just awful with my chat. But as I get older, let's see if I make it big. It's a balance board. And I'll stand on it even with 1 feet. And it keeps me balanced. I always worry about that as you get older. Yes, I have everything, y'all. But I even have other stuff. But that's one thing, standing on one leg, even when you're 30 something, that'll keep you. And I remember doing that, standing on one leg, I can still touch my toes, and I want to make sure, get down really low and come up without holding on anything. Even putting on your clothes. Some people take one hand to pull on pants and do your brace. I always make sure I don't do that. I see a lot of older people holding on to stuff just to pull their pants on, their clothes on. So, let me see. Did I have this? I hit. Where is my? Okay, yeah. Elliot says, I hit the side of a car door at 20 miles per hour. Not, oh my God. Oh my goodness. Y'all just, ooh. And D says, move it or lose it. We say that to old residents I used to nurse. So you calling me old D? Oh, that's another thing, y'all. When people say, I don't know who I said this to, my friend or my sister. When people say, you look 20 years younger. And I'm like, what that supposed to mean? I look old? You can take it either way because we don't say that to a young person half the time. We may. I take that back. I take that back because yeah. I've said that we're younger people. Oh, you look younger with that on. Okay, that's void. Cross that out. Oh, let's see. I was set stationary on a motorbike and hit from behind by a van. That's a good idea, Miss Betty. You're a plethora of knowledge. Girl, sometimes I need y'all help. I told you on Wednesday I'm going to be Geeky Girl talking about the little girl that what she was thinking at about 12, 13. And I tell her about, I know I had no self-esteem. I thought I was fat. I showed the picture before and I was not fat. It was my sister was so thin. Let me see if I can put that picture up again. Let's see. Let me share that picture again. I shared it at the beginning. And I know I put it on. Oh, shoot. Okay, let's see. And share. And then we go into Windows. Okay. And that little girl, she did not like herself. She did not. I want to pull that back, but I'm trying to make sure I know where I stopped at. Okay, let me, before I talk about her, but that, yeah, because I'll forget, because that's what I do all the time. But that little girl, honestly, had no self-esteem. I would say that. Had a lot of knowledge, though, I would say. And I'm not going to talk about it too much because we're on Wednesday. Didn't think she was pretty. My sister had long hair. I had short hair. And people used to talk about that. So didn't like my hair. My sister was super thin. And I thought I was fat. Look at me. Wasn't even fat. I'm trying to think. I'll think about more. I can think about a lot. I made that dress myself. I can sew. But I had a lot of arts and craft knowledge because, back in those days, you better do something because there wasn't many TV channels to watch. AR Gun say our bodies was meant to move. We say in Australia that if you're on a motorcycle, you're a temporary Australian. Scary stuff. Lost a few relatives. I know. I seen last night. In fact, when my granddaughter was leaving, this guy was on something. It wasn't even a moped. It looked like a motorized bicycle in the middle of the street at night. I say he must don't want to go home. She said, okay, thank you so much, Jamie. I'm gonna get off in a little bit, probably about 6 minutes. It's lightning here. Okay, it's supposed to rain here, but later on. Hey, home bartender with John. How you doing? How are you doing, John? I'm tired from yesterday. My granddaughter wore me out. We went to the movies too. Did I tell y'all about that? Super Mario. I thought I was gonna hate that movie. I loved it. I was even laughing. That was a good movie. I'm glad I went. But let me tell you what my granddaughter didn't tell me. She already had seen the movie. Her daddy told me. She just wanted to see the movie again. See how cheering out they sneaky. They're sneaky. Did you hear what she said yesterday? Y'all parents can put up all y'all want to put up. Them safeguards, but they gonna get around them. That's what she said. That's what she said. You wasting your time. That'll be a good topic. Will you allow panelists just asking? You talk about the now I got confused. Tell me which one, geeky girl. Are you talking about me being a little girl or what? I don't think I don't think I ever talked to my sister or my mom about that time in my life. I think a lot of time my mom was so busy, she was like me. She was in survival mode. She still kept her softness though. I lost my softness. Um, let's see. I'm just trying to get to the end, trying to see if Geeky Girl be safe. And then he says, AR runs, and my granddaughter is insecure. Most girls are. My granddaughter is going to be there in a little bit if we don't really talk to her and don't have confidence. And most girls do. I have told her to quit thinking that way. Yeah, you're going to have to get more in depth to build her self-esteem up, because when you lose that, you lose everything. And sometimes it's not inside the house, it's outside the house. Because inside the house, nobody called me fat. Nobody talked about my short hair. Nobody inside the house. But people on the outside talked about, why is she bigger than her? My sister. And then if you seen a picture of my sister, she was underweight. So listening to people, even somebody said, oh, you was an ugly little girl. Now you cute. What did I do with that information? Tell me. I had to be before I was 18. That was from a grown man. It's like, what do I do with that? How do I process that? AR guns, let me tell you a little bit about panels. I can say I would do panels with no more than 2 or 3. 2 would be good, because panels can really, I know you get a lot of different opinions, but panels can go so many different ways, so 1 or 2 people. I wouldn't even say 3 or 4. I just think it's nice if it's 2 more and then I'm the third person, then yeah. But I just think ongoing, no, because I've watched too much. And Elliot, and anybody that been around YouTube for a while, there's always going to be some mess. That's just the way to put it. It's always going to be some mess. So yes, I would do panels with 2, maybe 3, but 2. Being a little girl, are you going to be on the panel Wednesday, geeky girl? I would love to have you on the panel. Yeah. So I know, let me go on down. Let me know in Instagram if you can do it. Yeah, a few, I mean. I agree about the panel. Keep it simple. Yep, I'm going to keep it simple, stupid. Big count panels can be boring. Yes, 3 or 4. It won't make it to 4. I can tell you that now. It won't make it to 4. It could, even 2 more people, they can make it so interesting. But yeah, I just seen so much mess happen on panels. I'll even say Great Farmer, you could take, because he no longer exists. He wanted to build something, but he couldn't complete it. I call it the fields of dreams is what Shane had. He had a dream. I don't know if it was impossible. I know whenever I talk to him and I talk about that I'm gonna maybe I said, Shane, I think I'm leaving. And he'll say, No, 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 Betty, go ahead, keep it. They need you, Betty, go ahead. But yeah, it is. And I know sometimes and it does, it takes a lot more energy for me to keep it going. But I know the best thing for me always have something written down to think through. I need to get better with sharing back and forth. I did share about 3 different things today. And but what it is, AR guns, and everybody that's here, thumbs up, thumbs up. I said that I never really, yeah, I miss Shane too. I never really had a community of my own. Me and Geeky Girl talked about that. And I just felt so lost. Cruise communities, the garden communities, homesteader communities, lawn, cutting the yard community. So and I didn't fit in, and I didn't have a niche either, so that was the bad part, and I just didn't know where to fit in. So I said lifestyle, and lifestyle didn't work for me because nobody knew me. So I would do a little bit of everything, because if you do a little bit of everything and people don't know you, even if YouTube push you out, they don't know where to push you at. Okay, because I'm even going back to some of my old videos and inputting over 60, just to so maybe they can ship it to that part to get to the right people. But it's really getting to the right people because I'm getting a lot of millennials. So they are finding it on their own. And I'm sure the older people now will start looking at that and think about in the past about their divorces or the happy times, birthing of your children. It brings a lot of memories. I'm telling you, birthing your children, your mom coming. It's happy times in that. Even a bad marriage, I still had my baby, had a baby shower, surprise baby shower. Um, just so much goodness did. There was happy times, a lot of sad times, but we can always, find that. But yeah, get back to the community is so I said, you know what, I'm gonna go live and I'm gonna start building a community, you know. It don't have to be big, just somebody that come in. And then another thing I want to ask you too, and I didn't know because Carol the miniature is the one that got me on this. And in fact, I gotta call her today. And she was saying, Betty, I know nothing about your life. Talk about your life, your stories that you have. And I'm telling you, all of us have stories to tell. We all have stories to tell. And if you want to know anything or you think it's something that would make my live stream better, I'm over at Instagram. I am Betty J. Gallus. Let me know. You can't hurt my feelings. I can tell you that. Tell me things to make it better. I would love to be able to make it better if I can. It can't hurt. It can't hurt. Okay, I'll tell him. It's still a long time in between that I talked to Shane. Shane used to be a YouTube creator. Really, he just did live streams. Shane couldn't edit. He couldn't. He'll shoot a video upside down. In fact, he put up one that was upside down for most of the part, and he just had a big heart, and he just wasn't made for YouTube because YouTube will build you up and tear you down. It will eat you up like piranhas. There's a lot of good people. There really is a lot of good people um in this. And then there's people that's creators or non-creators that that can really wreak havoc on your life. So that's why I like to kind of move to the side and not move in the crowd. You know, um, is what I want to do. But you know what? The 14 in the building. I'm on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm here at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then on Friday, I have a premiere at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you're on auto correct, you don't even have auto correct. Auto, what is it? Scratch and P. Okay. Scratch and Pete ain't here to tell me. But auto, you know how your videos, when one video stop, then another one just start without you doing anything. So if you're on that, then if you set right there at the premiere, it will bring you right over to the live stream. It'll redirect you over there. So, but anyway, that's it. And thank you so much. Autoplay. Autoplay. Can you help me out? Autoplay. If you're on autoplay, it will redirect you without you even moving. Thank you, Felicia and Scratch and Pete. But again, before I leave, I want to thank my moderators. They're always here for me. I thank you. And everyone in the house, I thank you so much. And Dee, thank you. A great chat. And Wednesday, we're going to talk about the little girl that y'all don't know about. And I'm sure my sister will learn a lot about me. She might disagree on some of it, but it's my story and I'm sticking to it. I'm sticking to it. So, hey, Bud Files. Hey, I'm getting ready to go, but I am so glad you stopped by. I've been on a little over 2 hours. So I need to work on some things. My granddaughter kept me busy yesterday, took me to a movie, Super Mario's or whatever it is. I loved it. I would love to see that again. Anybody in the chat seen Super Mario, the movie? I really, honestly, I think if it came out on something, I would definitely go see it. But I spent some money. Grandma spent money yesterday, y'all, for one child. I'm sure if I had 3 or 4, we would have went to the Dollar Tree and got some snacks. That's for sure. Thank you, Deborah Autoplay, because I told her she needed to be on autoplay for it to happen. Okay, thank you so much for everybody coming in and staying with me the whole time. And the ones that went in and out. And make sure if you didn't hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. And see y'all on Wednesday. Y'all going to see me as a little girl. And I will chit chat with y'all later. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. If I can find the bye-bye button.